Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be playing the game Black Desert Online today, and I'm actually going to show you another way to make some money in this game. Yes, another video that talks about making silver. Now, if you've been following my channel, recently I started dabbling into alchemy in this game. It was just not really anything that really interested me prior to now. I've got a lot of stats up to where I wanted them to be. I've thought, well, let's make some fresh videos. Let's dabble into alchemy and show those people who want to do alchemy how you can make some money doing this. Now, what the great thing that, and it's true today, that with simple tasks that you can do with alchemy, like the bare bones, you can make some money. And I'm about to show you that. We're just waiting for the game to load here. I wanted to reboot my computer before making this video. Now we're going to run up to the my house here and start this alchemy task, and you're going to see how easy this is. And I used to advocate about making beer, because in the cooking experience, if you're cooking beer, you could make your beer and you could sell most of your beer. Back in the day, you could get up to 1,700 silver per beer. It was an easy way to make money. Well, because there's more people back on the server, and what I'm about to show you is needed for people to make things, then you're going to make out here. So I'm going to do this video as a walkthrough video from this point on. So here we go. So what we want to do is, we're in the house, click on your place mode, and I've got another cooking utensil. Now this cooking utensil is the one that I bought from the vendor for 50,000 silver. All right, computer, place that. There we go. I bought this one for 50,000 silver. I just placed it. I'm hitting escape. I'm hitting yes. There we are. Okay. So it's 50,000 silver. These 50,000 silver alchemy tables will get me 600 attempts, which is about 42 minutes of my time. And what I've done here is I've looked at my alchemy, and I've only been doing alchemy 2 days now, guys. So look at where my skill is already. Pretty cool, huh? And I've been able to make the clown's blood, which I'm very happy about. We'll hit the R command, and what we want to do is we want one weed. Now these weeds are going to be the one thing that's probably going to slow you down. But if you go out and pick weeds for 15-20 minutes, you'll have 500 of these things. It's not really that hard. And what I do is I take a pickaxe with me, so I'm collecting weeds at the same time I'm collecting rocks, because I want the stone that those give. You want one sugar. And then what we want to do is we want this silver exalia. We want one of those. And we want the purified water. And we want one of those. All right. So you can see here it's a 1-1-1-1 relationship. All right. That's what's beautiful about this. It only takes one of these ingredients. Hit continuous. Say yes, say maximum, and say okay. And I'm not going to get 700. I think I get around 600 attempts before the table's durability is gone. Now, like a doughhead here, I forgot to put my alchemy costume on, so I'm going to recommend getting an alchemy costume. They're not that expensive on the marketplace. They're actually pretty cheap. So what you're making here is a pure powder region, and you're asking yourself, well, how does this make money? Well, I found, in comparison to back in the day where this stuff was only selling for 1,300, today it sells for 2,600 silver per. And again, this is you're making money by, you're going to be AFKing this thing, right, for about 42 minutes. I could come back in 42 minutes. I'm going to have about 1,200 of these things in my inventory. So it actually works pretty good for making money, because I could take all that, because I don't need it for the stuff that I'm making, and go ahead and slap it up on the marketplace for 2,600 silver per. Now you're asking yourself, well, you said the components were easy to get. Okay, well, they are pretty easy to get. The weeds, you just run around and collect them. You don't need a utensil or a tool for it, so you're not losing durability on a tool. You're just using your hands to collect that. So that's pretty simple to do. And like I said, take a pickaxe with you so when you're running by rocks, or if you want to collect blood, like I need wolf's blood for my clown's blood, so I'll run up and kill wolves for a while. I'll get the blood using this device here, and as I run by the trees, I'll collect weeds so that I have alchemy components every time I'm getting alchemy components every time I go out. So in this case, as you can see, you start making these specialized dishes. Now my alchemy is so low that I don't make that many specialized dishes. But these specialized dishes are similar to the same dishes you get for cooking. So there's one dish in particular that's going to give you contribution experience when you hand it in. Actually, honestly, I haven't handed any in. I've been collecting them. I'll wait till I get about 5,000 of each, and then I'll go hand them in. But there is one that gives you contribution experience. So if you're a new player starting this out, right off the bat, then you're going to be able to get some contribution points leaps and bounds. Because again, this is a good way to AFK make money at this time. With this stuff sells, and that was the other thing about making beer. It always sold. So there was no question that you were going to sell the beer. Back in the day, this component here, this pure powder regent, didn't really sell out. It sold, but it was like hit and miss, almost like how wool is selling right now. It's like sometimes it sells, sometimes it doesn't. But I found in the last 24 hours or the few days I've been doing alchemy here, and I've been just trying to grind my alchemy leveling, this stuff is selling like hotcakes. Now the other item that you need for this project is purified water, and that's easy to get. You just go over to the river, you use these empty bottles, you stand in the water, you right click on the empty bottles, you'll start collecting water gathering, and then what you'll do is you'll get river water, and then that river water you'll need to process. So let me back away from my table and hit L, and the river water, you want to filter it. So once you filter the river water, you'll get the purified water that you need to do this process. Okay? Now the other item you're going to need, hit the M key here, is these two nodes here. If you really want to grind this, you're going to have to get these two nodes. So here's Heidel, right? If I go over to the Lynch Farm ruins, there is a node here. It looks like even the RNG gives you a double hit on this. So you're going to get it the same product, but you can get more of it. See that? So you're going to need this node here. And then you're going to need the node right next to it, this Northern Plains Serendia. And again, it's a double hit. So you're going to just be bringing this stuff in. That's what's great. If you got two workers just running the Heidel all day, the only thing you're going to need to go out and grind are really the weeds and obviously the purified water. But a half hour or just burning your labor and collecting water for, if I go and spend 80 labor collecting water, I got enough water to do this for days. I mean, that's not a problem. It's the weeds that slow you down. And like I was saying, is you want to get a alchemy costume. Here, I got one here, +1. So always put that on first, so don't do your Tarkus and start the process without it. All right, well, I hope this is helping. Actually, let me run over to the marketplace now that I'm not alchemy, doing my alchemy. I'll run over to the marketplace so you can see what that powder is going for. What's nice is I got one guy right here. All right, so we're going to do marketplace. I'm going to go to my listings. I'm going to go to register, and I'm going to go find it. Here it is. I'm going to say maximum. So right now it's going for 20. It's going for 22. And last night, let me hit the max button here. So yeah, last night it was selling for the maximum at 2,600. So I'll wait. I'll collect this all day. I'm going to actually go back and do a bunch of this because I've got the components. I've got another 800 of this sitting in my bank. So I'll be able to get the maximum price later today. So what's great about it is you can do this component with just basic, simple, you don't have to have any real levels in alchemy. So if you want to level your alchemy, this is a great way of doing it right now because you'll be able to make a lot of silver and you'll be able to get this number to just keep on going. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get into the professional range at least with this. So over the next few days, I'll be there. All right, well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.